Great.
Cool, man. Well, I guess I did. Hey guys, it's Andrew, not Josh here. So today we have Austin from Seattle, and we'll be walking it through and hearing more about his pre-hired six-figure success story. So Austin just made the move to Seattle, and he just started his recent job, and he's already hitting the ground running and super excited. So Austin, take a little bit, a minute or two, just to kind of tell everyone about you and your background.
Sure. So I studied economics, and my first job out of college was actually as a data analyst. So, like many people, I kind of fell into sales along the way into my career. And so I've been doing B2B sales for about 3 years now. And I started originally in consulting on 401k plans. I have sold capital equipment into the coffee industry, and I've also done asset recovery or like a niche part of finance. And so eventually worked my way here into the tech field.
Got it. Okay. So why were you interested in software sales and why were you interested in trying to do it through pre-hired?
Sure. So, two things. I was looking for more opportunity. The opportunities I had previously worked with just weren't of the caliber that I would expect. And so, but then secondly, the other thing that I really wanted by entering into the tech field was a company and a product with like a really solid process, like something that's well defined and measurable. And that was primarily out of my experience having worked for small and mid-sized companies that are still really learning and figuring out their process. And so I noticed that the tech industry and software sales as an opportunity was something that was a repeatable process no matter their product. And so I saw that that was fully integrated with the pre-hired program.
Okay. Okay. Well, cool. Now, obviously, I'm guessing when you first came across us, it probably wasn't, wow, this is the greatest thing in the world. Sign me up now. Did you have any doubts? How were you, what were you feeling? What were you thinking when you first came across us? And hey, be honest, Austin, you're not going to hurt our feelings. So.
Sure. The only doubts I've really had were how much this could benefit someone that already has some sales experience. And I wasn't sure, at least on the sales training side, the sales skill side, if this was catered to a general audience or entry level, things like that.
Got it. Okay. So you were almost a little worried, like I might actually know a lot of things these guys are already training on. Is it even going to be worth my time?
Exactly.
Okay. So obviously you decided, hey, let me give this thing a shot. Let me see what they can really do. So what was it actually like going through the program?
Going through the program was great. I would call it, two phases. The first being just getting through the video content, which was very easy and enjoyable to get through. Josh is quite the character, and very visual as well, but with a lot of the screen share. And then that second phase is, definitely where the magic happens, and the difficulty increases when it comes to building out your stack and the processes and getting certified, which was actually something that I did a little bit different than others.
And yeah, I do want to talk about that because, guys, most of the time we want you to get certified. We pretty much require it. But when Austin was going through the program, he didn't get certified or he was working on it. And well, I'll kind of let him share what happened. So obviously you're hired now. Walk us through what was that process? What did that look like for you?
Yeah, it was a little bit different. By the way, I would totally recommend everybody get certified. I'm still planning on that for me as well because I know it's lifetime access with the program. But at the end of the day, I essentially was able to fill my funnel by having some companies come to me off of just a couple of LinkedIn posts. I was able to get 12 interviews after sending out some feelers, and that led to a number of in-person interviews and eventually an offer from my top choice. So that's where I ended up.
So just to clarify, Austin, you followed the process a little bit, but companies companies came to you, they came inbound, through your own marketing. You didn't have to go out there and reach out to them. You didn't have to, do that dirty work.
Yeah, that's right. And luckily, many of those 12 companies were on my list of outbounds, but I, didn't entirely get to go through that full process, which, double-edged sword. It probably, obviously things worked out okay,
Yeah.
since I ended up at a place that I wanted to. But however, I would definitely recommend others, go through the full motion and build out their list and process and get certified.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, like we've talked about so far, Austin is definitely a special case. He was going to get certified, still plans to. This doesn't happen to most people. I've heard a few stories before. Most of the time you're the one actually reaching out to these companies, but I guess Austin made such a good mark with his LinkedIn that his top choices, they came to him, which is really, really cool to see. But I still do recommend guys definitely going through the process and following. And that's what you still did going through the interview process, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, the interview, by the way, is just absolute hands-on, so applicable to everything throughout the interview process. So all the follow-ups, the scripting, the messaging, the touches, the interview prep was beyond helpful. All those things absolutely helped me get this offer.
And talk a little more about Flex right now. What tell us, if you have one or two sentences, what does Flex do, and what are you gonna or what are you doing for them now?
Sure. So Flex is the leading provider of on-demand warehousing and fulfillment in the logistics space. And so we're often compared to be like the Airbnb of warehousing, where companies can find warehousing solutions without building their own warehouse or without getting stuck in like long-term contracts. And this helps companies like Walmart with their seasonal peak overflow, or helps smaller, fast-growing companies like Casper Mattress fulfill all their orders with a complete solution. My role is on the SDR team, and so I'm doing all the prospecting, doing the outbounds and setting appointments and creating opportunities for our business development team.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Austin. I don't know if you guys are doing anything with Amazon up there, but maybe you're competing with them. But really, just the last question for you, man, is to anyone out there that maybe they've seen some videos, they've checked out the website, and they're still not sure if this is for them. I mean, what would you say to them?
Take a good hard look at everything in the program. One of the things that really delighted me was throughout the entire process how much the program, the videos are being updated. And so that's always great to see that it's not just a static, uh, video in time.
Hmm.
And at the end of the day, really make sure that um, where you're going, whether that be the location or the remote jobs that you're applying for, are actually a destination that you want to be at. And because once I saw how Prehired fit into the grand scheme of the tech industry and me trying to break into a field without tech experience, I saw that Prehired was definitely a tool to get me there on that path.
Awesome, man. Well, we're happy to see it worked out well. You put in the work, you follow the process, and obviously the results paid off. So excited to see where your future takes you at Flex, and wherever on. And obviously we'll stay in touch, man. Thanks, Austin.
Absolutely. Thanks, Andrew.